Yeah.
Speaking of time extended, I forgot to talk about the other game I played this week, Superliminal.
Oh yeah, you finally hopped onto that. Did you see Paige's stream and then be like, "Oh man, that game looks cool"? Because like the
No,
timing was hilarious.
no, not at all. Solidus had been pushing it for a long time, and Reggie was out for the day. So I was like, well, I'm doing a solo stream. Let's jump on this game that has been pushed for a long time.
It's a good game. I like it.
Did she just go through it?
Yeah, she streamed last week. She got to, I want to say about halfway through.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we got through the whole thing, and it's great. It's fucking good.
It's real good.
I There was only one puzzle, I think, where I kind of just rolled my eyes at the solution. It was that like it was like I it was like it was like I think it was like the first fan room where like what they were going for and like what the solution was ended up being a little not unclear because the perspective rule continues, but I didn't like the clue set to how it was set up as much, but the rest of it definitely, and like everything else was fucking incredible. The I know you said you got through half, so I won't talk too much about like.
No, no, no. Paige got through half.
Oh, you beat it?
I streamed it back on release, like
Sick.
the day it
Okay.
came out, and beat
So
it in one go. And I got into like I had a little trouble at the beginning, and then I got into this like perfect state
yeah.
where once the crescendo starts to happen, I think you know what I'm talking about near the end. I just like walked through
Yeah.
every puzzle, just like
Yeah.
like there, this. Oh, it's so good.
It's
That game's
fantastic.
so good.
I I definitely think the like the way you fuck with like the portaling section of it in particular is like it's a funner way. Like portaling is fun, but this is like a funner aspect to it when you like are playing with scale and size, you know? And it gets really unnerving when something becomes like crush you sized above your head.
Yeah.
That's the one thing from the trailers I remember being like, oh, that is fucking terrifying. Like, because perspective of something mundane becoming kill you murder sized never
Yeah.
feels good. It is always like, ugh, you know?
There's I talked about it. Well, I talked about this a good deal when it came out. But did you ever play Antichamber?
I played the first like 10 minutes of it.
Good enough. Antichamber is a very like white and black line kind of non-Euclidean space game. And I love like Portal has that a little bit where it's like perspective and things and visual illusion and impossible space. But the problem with Antichamber was that halfway through it became a block puzzle game. And
Okay.
they had forgotten all they no, they hadn't forgotten, but they had run out of cool perspective tricks.
Okay.
Superliminal is short. It's like 4.5 hours, I'd say.
3.
Yeah, about there. And it doesn't run out of those things. It
Yeah.
ends when they run out.
Exactly. Short and sweet. The other thing too is it's using a concept that like is, you know, novel, but the presentation is something that we've already done a couple times too, because the clean, sterile office or lab environment in which you then slowly sneak off the grid, like Portal was that, Stanley Parable is that, the beginner's guide is that to a degree. It's not particularly a new thing, so you don't want to overstay your welcome when you're kind of playing with a new idea in a narrative that you've already experienced. So they definitely did good with that. The one I'd say, like, besides the dreaded scale of some of the things you drop sometimes, there's also the creating the paradox. You know, like there's a moment where you are holding a portal and like a portal house, and you walk out of the door of that portal house while holding it, that makes me super uncomfortable still. Like, it feels like you're bug testing and it wants you to do that, and the end result is like, I don't like it. It's very uncomfortable. So I like the fact that this game like deliberately wants you to feel discomfort in these moments, you know. Plays with shadows really well. Moment. Plays with shadows and darkness really well. Walk into the complete abyss, and the only thing that lets you know where you're going is the light of where you once were looking behind you, you know, like shit like that's pretty great. Superliminal is short and sweet, really good puzzle game. Worth a shout out. And now I see what all the shilling was about.